What's going on, guys? Mutimlo here, and it's been a while since I put out a video. I've been pretty busy with work as usual, and I got a PS4 recently, and the PVR that I have doesn't really work with the PS4. It's only component cables, so I'm not able to plug it into my PS4 anyway. I know that there's some workarounds in terms of how to get the streaming content out. I've primarily been playing Battlefield 4 and the share button for the PS4, as I'm sure a lot of people who play Battlefield 4 on PS4 know, the share button doesn't work very well. It tends to take captures from, let's say, 2-3 games before. So I'll have some awesome clip, I'll hit share, and then it will have some kind of clip from maybe 2 hours ago. So that doesn't work very well. But I have been going back to my 360 lately because of this game, Dark Souls 2. So this came out last week where I am in Canada, and I always wanted the Dark Souls 1 guide, but I wanted it just for reading and for collecting. I used the wiki quite extensively. I got Dark Souls 1 a while after it was originally released. I didn't play the original Demon Souls, and I wanted the guide just to have it, just to look at it. It was such a fascinating game. I fell in love with it, and I just wanted the guide just to have on my bookshelf. And so when this game came out, I decided I would get this guide. I got it, and it would arrive today. So this is the first time that I've cracked it open. It came in wrapping from Amazon, and I just took the wrapping off, but I haven't really flipped through the pages yet. So as you can see, this is supposedly the collector's edition, and it's hardcover. It's pretty thick, and it weighs quite a good amount. When I was buying this, I wanted to see what was different about the collector's edition versus the normal edition. I didn't know, I couldn't find anything if it was different. I wanted to see, I don't know, was that like an unboxing or something, just to see what was different, but I didn't see anything on YouTube. So I thought I'd just do a quick little short video of the contents of this guide. I don't know what's different than the regular edition because I don't have it. And yeah, just to go right into it. This is my first ever unboxing or any kind of walkthrough of anything. So if you guys have any tips or suggestions of what I didn't do too well or too good, then you can let me know, and if I ever get back to doing this again, I will incorporate that in. So right off the bat, the first text you'll see is "Go beyond death as many times as it takes." So anybody who's played any of the Souls games know that you basically learn by dying in this game. Some nice art. This guy, I think it's the Faram, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. That armor is sweet. I haven't finished the game yet, but that's the armor I'm currently wearing. It is awesome. I love it. I'm not gonna use this guide to beat the game, at least the first time. I have kind of cheated and looked at Google and the wikis about how to get certain items. This armor set was one of them. I wanted to know how to get this armor set, and yeah, that's what I'm currently wearing. This is the table of contents. I don't want to muck around with the zoom in case it takes a while to adjust, so I'm just going to read it out if you can't see it yourself. The first section is the game system. It talks about getting started, gameplay elements, leveling up in stats, dying and healing, inventory and equipment, understanding combat, NPCs, new game plus, and bonfire aesthetics, basic online play. So basically just general knowledge of how the game works. And then that's that section right there. And then this area guide is all the different locations, I guess, within the game. I don't want to read it out in case there's anybody who yells and cries about spoilers, so I'll just leave it at it's that section. Oh, I just noticed here that there's a YouTube channel for this guide as well. It talks about, what does it say? It says strategies and boss strategies, walkthrough videos for each areas, with more to come in the future. Next section is about equipment, magic, and items. So it talks about reinforcement and infusion, all the weapons and shields. So it has the different sections like great swords and ultra great swords, daggers, hammers, lances. This twin blades is pretty cool. I came across one as a drop and I said, what is this? It's basically Darth Maul from Star Wars. You basically have that. It's pretty cool. I don't have the dexterity on my character to wield it, but I might start another character and just play through the game with that because it looks awesome. The next section is all about armor. I skipped arrows and bolts. Then you have armor, magic, so sorceries, miracles, pyromancies, and hexes. I don't really know how hexes work. I picked up a bunch in the game and I noticed that you can cast them with either a staff or the cleric item. I forget what it's called. But you can use those, and then there's items, so consumables, soul items, offensive, multiplayer items, key items, and then rings. And the last section is extras. It talks about the NPCs, New Game Plus overview, trophy and achievement guide, lore index, and then I guess a regular index. So this is the first time I've gone through the guide. I don't really know what is in each section, but I guess we can sample a bit from each of them, and if anybody has any kind of sections that they want me to go in depth more, then I would be happy to do that. So one of the reasons why I got this guide was for the artwork. I love Dark Souls 1. I am loving Dark Souls 2 so far, and I just wanted to see like all the different art within the game. It's like you got these little pictures here. Some of the enemies or bosses that you get, NPCs. I guess you have maps. Yeah, all your. Well, this is everybody's favorite guy from Dark Souls 1. I guess there's not too many artsy pictures just at the beginning. Oh, a pig. Yeah, I guess the coolest art, this guy right here, is only at the beginning. But still, you have stuff, chapter 1, getting started. You have your different classes, a brief explanation about each of the classes. You have the starting equipment for each of the classes. And then your HUD, gameplay elements, how each of the things work. What does a bonfire do? What does the mist do? New things like these lock stones that are in the game. Leveling up, stats, inventory and equipment, basic online play here. You have your different covenants and the role of each of these covenants. Chapter 2 is the area guide, so let's see the first area. Well, here's a cool picture. How to use this chapter. So you have the map, you have the legend, which talks about, I guess, bonfires, where the NPCs are, ladders, where the enemies are, standard, strong, dark spirit, crystal lizard, bosses, chests, fog gates, switches, hidden doors, breakable walls, traps, and those Ferris contraptions. So if you wanted to go through completely this game, you can go through that, but as all of you guys know, part of the the lure of Dark Souls is the exploration and not knowing what's around the corner. So I would highly suggest whoever's playing the game for the first time just to kind of not use a guide. But for those of you who have already played it through maybe once or twice and wants to get every little thing in the game, this would be useful. But again, I got this primarily for the collection and the collector's item for myself. The wiki, at least for Dark Souls 1, was very, very thorough, and as some people have already pointed out, the guide gets pretty obsolete if they patch certain things, they buff certain things, they nerf certain things. So the actual do this, do that might be obsolete by the time you actually get this game if you don't get it right away. But again, I just got it for having it and looking at it whenever I wanted to. This is still location stuff. Location stuff goes on for pretty long. Let's go back to the table of contents here and see where the next section starts. 306 is the equipment. So here's the equipment. How to use this chapter again. Talks about all the different stats on the weapon, attack details, defense for your armor, weapons and shields. Talks about again reinforcement and infusion, the different stones for infusion, and then here's all the weapons and a little picture of what it looks like, how you get it, how you can reinforce it, the repair cost if it breaks, and then kind of the basic stats for each of them, scaling, the attribute requirements. Again, all this stuff you can pretty much get on the wiki, but I don't know, it's just cool to have it in print, hardcover. Ultra great swords. So here's all your weapons, here are your shields. What is this? Oh, this is all the armor sets and what they look like. That's kind of cool. I know a lot of people, at least Blood Samus, he calls it fashion souls, where you have to look pretty when you play this game. You look good while killing bad guys. So this is how you can figure out what you want to look like. This is that set that I have right here. The Farum, I don't know how to pronounce it. That set looks cool. So I don't know what happened, but my recording says it stopped automatically again. This is the first time that I've ever done this, so I don't know if there was a setting where it stops automatically, but I'm back. Almost done here anyways. Here's the armor set. Armor, a lot of armor. And then here's the sorceries. Pyromancies, hexes. I used to read about this. I don't know what hexes are. But I won't read it out loud because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. Your consumable items. Chapter 4 was extras. So here, what does it say here? So you've cleared the game for the first time, now what? Fear not, young undead. Possibilities abound. So this chapter will provide a wealth of information on the activities available after finishing the main story, events and interactions you may have missed over the course of the game, and a list of Dark Souls 2 trophies and achievements and how to earn every last one. So I guess this is all the end game stuff, what you can do, NPCs, what to do with each of the NPCs. This is a cool guy, I haven't met him yet. Each of these NPCs, your suggested path through locations, events and quest characters. So I guess you can talk to some of these guys and you can have side quests for each of these people. How do, I guess, does it trigger what to do? Gives a backstory about the guy. It gives general information, how much life, how many souls they give, prerequisites for meeting him, item drops, where they, I don't know what that means, grave. Movement information, so where they go and where they go depending on what conditions. Your events, event item. So I guess what items they can give you, and then this stuff is talking about the side quests and how you get that. So talks about each of these NPCs and what you can do with each of them. There's a lot of people just lying down. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. So there's a bunch of these people. There's Covenant characters. Covenant rewards. More people. More people. There's this person with a hook. There's a lot of NPCs. I haven't met, definitely haven't met these many people. I guess I'm not very good at Dark Souls and exploring, but then again, I haven't finished the game yet, so there's several areas I haven't been to yet. Battle comrades, so people you can summon. Does it tell you the conditions? Yeah, it tells you conditions if you have special conditions to summon them. It has invaders, I guess if you're playing offline. Or maybe online? I'm not sure. But if you're offline, you'll get invaded, and that will kind of add in a simulation, I guess, of if you're playing online. Is this I guess this is an extra area, so close your eyes if you don't want to see extra areas, because it was in the extras, so after the game, I guess this is unlocked, I don't know. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Bosses. Trophy achievements. I guess this is an index of everything. The lore index, if you want to know specifically about this person, you can go and look about him. I don't want to read out names, but you can look at any lore specific things. So it says here this character, and then it has stuff on the equipment that he uses, and you can get some more information about that. So it stopped one last time, but we're almost done, as you can see. And yeah, so where was I? I don't even remember. The lore index, it has stuff about each of these characters and backstories about anything related to them. And then it has a complete index by, obviously, alphabetical order. And then credits. If you guys don't know, Epic Name Bro, he worked on this along with a German spy, and they did a lot of the stuff for this, and they have an awesome YouTube channel. I am in no way affiliated with them, but they worked on this, and that's pretty cool. Franz and Marcus, E and B, as you can see. That's pretty cool that they included his YouTube name. But they worked on this, and that's pretty cool for a couple Dark Souls fans. I don't know if they had any kind of work on this game before, but on Dark Souls 1, I mean. But yeah, that's pretty cool for them to be able to work on this. I don't know if you guys can see that. For the curse of life is the curse of want, and so you peer into the fog in hope of answers. So that's the back of the book. This is the front of the book. This cool looking guy that's all over all the marketing material for this book and the game. The side, it says Dark Souls 2 Collector's Edition Guide. And as you can see, it's pretty thick. This is going to be cool for me to have around. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. Just feel free to ask. If you have any questions, again, I don't know what's different between this and the regular edition guide. I think it might just be the fact that it's hardcover, but this is cool, and this is the guide. I apologize if there was any spoilers when I flipped through the guide, but obviously if you're looking at a guide, a walkthrough, or a guide unboxing, I don't know what to call this, but yeah, there will be some spoilers as I flip through the pages. Hope you guys enjoyed this, took something away from it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!